What if I told you that Lionel Messi does not actually work for Inter Miami? July 2023. The day the world stopped spinning, we all saw the glitter. We saw the flashbulbs of 10,000 cameras. We saw Kim Kardashian standing on the sidelines. We saw LeBron James hugging him in the tunnel. And we saw those bright neon, pink fireworks exploding over the stadium to the average fan. This looked like a retirement party. A legendary player taking one last victory lap in the golden sunshine of South Florida. But while the cameras were focused on his feet, nobody was looking at his hands. Nobody looked at the pen. Nobody looked at the paper he was signing. Because if you actually read the fine print, the cold, hard text of the contract extension that keeps him here until the year 2028, you realize that we have all been deceived. This was never about a salary. This was never about a weekly paycheck. See, Lionel Messi did not just sign a player contract. He effectively signed a partnership deed. Let's look at the numbers, and I mean the real numbers, before he arrived. CT. The club was valued at roughly $600 million. Today, that valuation sits at $1 billion, $200 million. That is a 100% increase in less than 24 months. But here is the hook that the American media is completely missing. He isn't an employee of the league, folks. He is the landlord. They told you he came to America to play soccer. They were wrong. Lionel Messi didn't come to Miami to play in Major League Soccer. He came to buy it. To understand the heist of the century, you have to go back. You have to go back to the year 2007. That was the year David Beckham arrived at the Los Angeles Galaxy. At the time, the world thought he was failing. He took a 70% pay cut. The critics, the analysts, they thought he was crazy. They thought his star was fading, but Beckham wasn't looking at the scoreboard. He was looking at the boardroom. In exchange for that pay cut, he secured a sleeper clause, a legal right to buy an expansion team for exactly $25 million. Back then, people laughed. $25 million seemed like a lot for a league that was struggling to survive. But today, that $25 million investment has transformed into Inter Miami, a club worth over $1 billion, $200 million. That is a 4,800% return on investment. Now, fast forward to the year 2025. Lionel Messi is playing the exact same game, but the stakes are higher, infinitely higher. Reports from deep inside the league suggest that Messi's compensation package is structured unlike any athlete in the history of American sports. It isn't just about a salary cap. It isn't about a base wage. It is about something much more powerful. It is about revenue sharing. Think about that for a second. While Beckham bought a single team, Messi is buying into the entire machine. He didn't just follow the blueprint, he tore it up and built a skyscraper. Every time you pick up your phone, every time you sit on your couch and buy a Major League Soccer season pass on Apple TV, a percentage of that cash flows directly into the Messi estate. He isn't just playing for the fans. He is collecting from them. Every time a kid in Ohio saves up his allowance to buy a bright pink jersey, Messi gets a cut. Every time Adidas sells a pair of boots with his iconic logo, the deposit hits his bank account before the customer even leaves the store. And speaking of jerseys, let's look at the sheer, staggering scale of the numbers. In the years 2024 and 2025, Inter Miami became the #1 best-selling shirt in the entire world. Think about that. They are outselling Arsenal. They are outselling Juventus. They are outselling even Cristiano Ronaldo's club, Al Nassr, by nearly double. This is a club that did not even exist 6 years ago. So, when you see him walking onto that pitch, don't look at him as a player. Look at him as a walking, breathing, initial public offering. He has effectively turned the entire Major League Soccer fan base into his own personal customer list. And the genius part? The part that should keep every other owner awake at night? He doesn't even have to win the league to get paid. He doesn't have to score a hat trick. He doesn't even have to provide an assist. He just has to show up. But with great power comes a great amount of silence. And this is where the American media is starting to turn on their hero. Since arriving in the United States, Lionel Messi has not done a single one-on-one interview with a non-partner media outlet. Not one. No ESN, no Fox Sports, no independent podcasters. If you want to hear him speak, if you want to hear the sound of his voice, you have to pay the toll. You have to subscribe to Apple TV. Insiders are calling this the walled garden. It has created a friction we have never seen before in the history of American sports. Think about the NFL. Think about the NBA. In this country, superstars like LeBron James or Patrick Mahomes are required to talk to the press. It is written in their contracts. It is considered part of the job. But Messi? Messi plays by different rules. There was a moment, just last month, after the match against Atlanta. Reporters were waiting in the mixed zone for 45 minutes. They had their microphones ready. They had their cameras rolling. They were desperate for just one sound bite. And Messi? He walked right past them, headphones on, eyes forward, not a single word. Critics in the press box are calling it arrogant. They say he is disrespecting the league that pays him millions. They say he is treating the United States media like ghosts. But if you look at this from a business perspective, it is absolute genius. By withholding his voice, he makes it more valuable. He is creating scarcity. If you want the Messi story, you cannot get it for free on YouTube or ESPN. You have to pay the Messi price. He is not just controlling the ball anymore, folks. He is controlling the narrative. He knows that in the modern age, silence is not empty. Silence is expensive. So, why stay until 2028? Why extend the contract when he could have gone back to Newell's Old Boys? Or simply retired to a quiet beach in Barcelona? The answer is simple. The year 2026. The World Cup is coming to America, and Inter Miami is opening their new home, Miami Freedom Park. This is not just a stadium. This is a 25,000-seat cathedral, built specifically for him. 31 acres of public parks, tech hubs, and luxury hotels. It is a billion-dollar anchor for the entire city of Miami. The ownership knows that if Messi leaves before that stadium opens, the value drops overnight. They need him to cut the ribbon. They need him to be the face of the grand opening. But there is a darker timeline here for United States fans, a scenario that keeps American soccer analysts awake at night. See, because the USA is a host nation and Argentina is the defending champion, they are both top seeds. They cannot play each other in the groups, but the brackets are set up in a terrifying way. If the United States national team performs well, and Argentina performs well, the mathematics suggest they are on a collision course. For the knockout rounds, imagine the scene. July 4th weekend, 2026. The United States has finally built a team capable of winning. The hype is deafening. The entire country is watching, and then they walk into the tunnel, and they look to their left, and they see him, the man who built the league, the man who sold the tickets, the man who owns the jerseys. Lionel Messi could be the exact person who knocks the United States out of their own tournament. Dan's, it would be the ultimate irony. He built American soccer up just to break its heart. In the end, history will not remember the goals he scored against Nashville or Salt Lake. They won't remember the free kicks. They won't even remember the trophies held high under the stadium lights. Blumda. They will remember how one man, with one signature, turned a retirement league into a global financial powerhouse. Think about the journey. He conquered Europe at Barcelona, rewriting every record in the book. He conquered the World Cup in Qatar, cementing his status as the greatest to ever play the game. And now, quietly, without saying a single word to the press, he has conquered America. This wasn't a sports story. It was a corporate takeover when he finally hangs up those boots. Likely in the year 2028. He won't be walking away. He won't be fading into the background of football history. Instead, he will be walking upstairs to the owner's box. He is no longer just the greatest player of all time. He is the architect of the new American era. The contract is signed. The stadium is built. The takeover is complete. But the Messi effect doesn't stop at the border of Florida. It has fundamentally shifted the way global superstars look at their own value. Because of what happened here, the blueprint for the modern athlete has changed forever. We are seeing a shift where the player is the platform, where a single individual can command a percentage of a tech giant's revenue, where a jersey isn't just a piece of fabric, but a share in a global brand as the sun sets on his playing career. The dawn of Messi, the executive, begins. Major League Soccer will never be the same. The retirement league label? That's gone. Burned away in the heat of a billion-dollar expansion, we are living in his world now. A world where soccer in America is divided into two eras. Before Messi and after Messi. Jean. The whistle may blow at the 90-minute mark. But for Lionel Messi, the game is just beginning. Mems the King didn't just move to Miami. He bought the crown.